Hi guys, it's album review time. Before I get onto the album review, I want to say a massive thank you to Rosario. They sent me amazing stuff this week. He sent me a mug. Look at that. How cool is that? How cool am I going to look drinking my tea at work? They sent me this brilliant t-shirt, man. I love t-shirts, so thank you so much for that. And they sent me a copy of their outstanding album, To the Gods We Swear. This is one brilliant heavy rock stroke metal album. If you guys haven't heard this already, you're going to be blown away. This is well worth checking out. Thank you to Rosario for sending me that. Really much appreciated. Okay, on to the album review. We've got Michael Catton and Point of No Return. First of all, thank you to the band, to the label actually, for sending me this. I've really been looking forward to hearing this album. I think I've reacted to about 4 tracks so far of this album. It's 10 tracks on this album. And I couldn't wait to hear the rest. And let me tell you now, you will not be disappointed. Whoever's been listening to my reactions, and it's all been positive, by the way, every comment under the reactions, you're not going to be disappointed. If you think it doesn't live up to the hype of those first 4 songs, it's 5 songs have been released as singles. Well, you won't be disappointed, guys. It really lives up to the hype. It really does. So, Michael Catton, Point of No Return. This is being released on Mighty Music on the 10th of November. That's a week on Friday, so not long to wait now, guys. Michael Catton is British/Danish artist. And man, he's got such a brilliant voice. I mean, I'm going to talk about every member in the band, but wow, his tone, he's got this sort of slight grit to his tone as well. So sometimes you can hear that in his voice. It's just, man, when they're born with that sort of tone, you just got to give people what they want and release music. An amazing artist. He said that when he released this album, he wanted it to capture the energy and flamboyance of the 80s. Well, man, he's done that. He's definitely done that. But let me tell you now, I mean, it's not an 80s production. It is such a great modern 80s production. And not modern in a bad way. This album has plenty of dynamics to it, loads of light and shade. It's not part of the, you know, the noise wars, the loud wars to produce an album as loud as you can. Loads of light and shade. It sounds amazing, this album. And part of the reason for that is the amazing production by Søren Andersen. So Søren Andersen is the guitarist as well for this band, and he's worked with Michael before, I think. And Michael was in Tainted Lady. He's done some work with him in them, I believe. But man, what a production. Honestly, this is a huge sounding album. Also, Søren Andersen has co-wrote this with Michael Catton, and let me tell you, the songwriting is absolutely outstanding. Every song is a winner. This is no filler. Amazing album, it really is. And 10 tracks, it just flies by. It really does. It's almost like it's come and gone in seconds. And you know, when you hear something like that, you think, wow, that's a brilliant album. Chris Catton, brother of Michael Catton, is on keys. I mean, this is very guitar driven. At times the synths are used more obviously in certain tracks, but this is quite a, you know, it's quite a heavy guitar album. The guitars are really up front, but if you like that and you like really tasteful synths as well from Chris Catton, you're going to love it. Michael Gersborf on the bass and Alan Tishikaja on the drums. I can't say that name. Anyway, the bass and drums on this are just fantastic. It's so tight. This is a heavy rock album with loads of melody. And I'll tell you what, when you get this sort of album, what you want is the bass and drums to be tight. You want it to be so tight to let, you know, the outstanding vocals and guitar work of Søren Andersen just breathe, and that's exactly what they do. This rhythm section is amazing. You know what, the quality of the musicianship on this album is amazing. It really is. The solos, the vocals, and everyone in the band does an amazing job. But man, the songs are so catchy. The choruses are so huge. The melodies are just amazing. This is one hooky album. It really is. And it says it's for fans of Van Halen, Aerosmith and Whitesnake. That's what it actually says on the promo I was sent. I definitely agree with, well, I definitely hear some Van Halen in certain songs. Definitely some Whitesnake. I don't know Aerosmith so much, but man, this is like a, you know, a proper mid-80s heavy rock album. Guys, it's just amazing. It really is. So let me talk about the songs on the album. We've got Faith kicking off this album. Super catchy riff to kick the album off. Catton's soulful vocals just glide beautifully along in the verses. A huge chorus, and you know you're in for a treat with this release, especially if you've heard a few of the songs already. And then you get the first song, which is just blows your mind. It's when you hear this, you realise, like I said, with the singles already released, it's an amazing album full of potential hits. That's what I'm saying. Every song could be a hit. Any could be a single. It's just an amazing release. And then we go on to Little Lovin', which actually was a single. That bluesy Whitesnake influence, I think, is running through this for sure. Catton sounding brilliant as that grit on his vocals coming through the mix. Such a fun track as well, this one. There's loads of really fun tracks on here. This track we have is Smiling From Ear to Ear. It's outstanding. Armageddon Again is the next song. This was a single. This is actually the first song I heard of this band. Armageddon again. Armageddon again. And what a brilliant rocking track it is. The riffing is just amazing. Almost a Jakey Lee Sykes riff, sort of pounding its way to another great chorus. There's a giant, absolutely giant 80s inspired hard rock track this is. Some slight synth touches in the chorus as well, just brings a little extra 80s flavour to it. It's a brilliant song. Never Say Goodbye is the ballad, the proper ballad of the album. Piano and vocals start this beautiful ballad off, and Catton's vocals are just so inviting here. And that falsetto he's got, he just uses now and again in these quieter songs. Just mental. This is how ballads should be written as well. Emotional, heartfelt and beautiful. Instruments are slightly sort of introduced through the song to make this more of a power ballad. So the power is introduced later on in the song, so there's a build up. A guitar solo adds to the emotion. It's just a gorgeous track. Hearts in Danger is the next track. A bit of a Kashmir influence, Led Zeppelin influence here, I think. Hits hard with a real epic rocker. It's really a roller coaster ride with all the different sort of types of music we get on this album. It's all definitely within the melodic rock, melodic hard rock genre. But they give you style. He gives you styles, Michael Catton and the band do, and it's amazing stuff. The only thing that on this ride, on this roller coaster ride, there's no dips. It's all high quality. It really is classic rock at its best. Ready for the Taking. This was actually the first single, and I didn't get to hear this one. "'Cause I'm ready for the taking. It's true, yeah. I'm ready." But it's an amazing track. What a choice for a single. That summer vibe is all over this, and a bit of Van Halen stroke White Lion vibe is upon us here. Such a fun vibe. Again, I dare you not to smile while listening to this track. It's just such an earworm of a track. Unbelievably hooky as well. Lights Out is the next track. This is like the fastest song on offer. If you're in doubt that this band can't pull a fast track off, the doubt ends here. It's an excellent track. A guitar fest. It's riffy, it's chuggy, it's technical. It really feels like it's something that could be on like the Dave Lee Roth Eat 'em and Smile sort of album. That really fun sort of fast track. Fun, rocking and brilliant. Gas on the Fire is the next track. This was the last one that I reacted to. Again, that fun vibe is all over this. It really hones in on those Van Halen influences again. Infectious from the start to the finish. Remember when music was fun, guys? Remember? It can happen. It's happening again. It's fun. You can really feel the band having that fun recording this great party track. Going Down is track 9. This has such a smooth groove to it. It's rocking, but it's so groove laden at the same time. Catton's gritty vocal delivery just coming through the mix beautifully. Again, so much fun listening to this track. It almost feels like a cover. I was thinking, is this a cover song? I hope it's not, because it make me look like an idiot. But I don't think it is. It just sounds something like classic, like you've heard before, in a good way. Brilliant song. And then we finish off with the excellent track Brother. You told me I was your brother. You told me I was your friend. This was a single. Again, I reacted to this. This really pulls at the heartstrings, this one, more than any track on the album, I would say. An epic ballad that touches upon, I think, being let down by friends or someone. Something we've all been through. obviously. It builds again into a powerful track, but it's just beautiful from the first second to the last second. A great heartfelt track to end on. So guys, Michael Catton, Point of No Return. This is one amazing album. I know you guys have been plenty of comments under each video saying that that's an amazing track when I've done the reactions, and 5 singles been released. I've reacted to 4. Listen to the other one because that's available now. Like I said, five tracks available to listen to on YouTube. If you don't believe how good he is, or good as this band is, sorry. The other 5 are just as amazing. This is an album full of hits, full of such melodic intent. It's just amazing. Guys, Michael Catton, Point of No Return. It's coming out on November the 11th. Get it now. You got to. It's brilliant. I'll see you soon.